Hello, I am Manisha Sargar from Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, Nanashri Institute of Engineering and Technology, Satara. My week 1 video was based on energy efficient motor and week 2 video was based on standard related to energy efficient motor. And this is my 4th week video in International Faculty Development Program on Environment and Sustainability under Open Education for Better World project of UNESCO, which is conducted by D.Y. Patil College of Engineering, Akurdi. So these are some insights of my first week video. Number of likes 43, views 111. In that video I have presented about need of energy efficient motor, use of energy efficient motor instead of conventional motor and its application, environment sustainability through energy efficient motor. Then in second week uh, I have 38 likes, 107 views. In week 2 video I described about various standards related to energy efficiency, energy management and energy efficient devices. Video outcomes. By preparing and circulating these videos, there are some outcomes as understand the importance of energy efficiency and energy efficient products. Then understanding and standards related to energy efficiency and energy efficient electrical motors. Okay. Then third outcome is knowledge about greenhouse gases and carbon footprint. Again, analyzing the impact on environment, analyzing impact of CO2 carbon footprint on the environment. Then applying energy efficiency to their own design of project. The student will be able to apply energy efficiency into their projects. So these are the list of standard and norms for environmental sustainability. IEC, International Electrotechnical Commission, International Organization of Standardization, and IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. So here are some standards and their description, what their number describes about environment and sustainability. The IEC, that is International Electrotechnical Commission standard, in that IEC 60034, this standard describes about electrical motor efficiency rating and its performance. Then IEC 60252, it gives detail about AC motor capacitor testing and rating of performance. As we know that all the efficiency or performance is means performance of electrical motor, that is efficiency, that causes that affects on power and ultimately affects on the electricity consumption and again on the environment. So these are the standard related to that. Then IEC TS 60349-3, this is the series electric traction rotating electrical machines for rail and road vehicles, determination of total losses. Then IEC 61800 series is the adjustable speed electrical power drive system. These are some IEC standards. There are lots more, but I have focused on just the standard of energy efficiency. Then related to electrical motors. Then next is International Standard Organization, that is ISO 50001. Energy, it is the energy management system requirements which guidance for use in the main international standard providing requirements of energy management, how to manage the energy for efficient use. The next is Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, that is IEEE 112-2004. This standard test procedure of polyphase induction motor and generator. This is used in United States. So in case of energy efficiency motor, we must know what is energy efficiency and how it can be achieved. So energy efficiency can be achieved by several ways. One is use less energy to achieve the same outcome. That is nothing but energy efficiency. use same amount of energy to achieve a better outcome, higher efficiency, and improve the conversion of primary energy into usable energy, including electricity, through the use of more efficient technologies, reduce waste of primary energy. These are some numbers related to how much of the electricity is consumed by the electricity consumption of kilowatt hour per year of a country. So in this total electricity consumption, India stands third after China, United States. Our electricity consumption is 140 watt per person. Then the IEC, International Electrotechnical Commission, has contributed this standard contributes to the development of energy efficient electric motor system through the internationally relevant test standard IEC 6003421 for electric motors and the IEC 60034-301 classification scheme comprising 4 levels of motor efficiency. As we have seen in the last PPT, that this IE code is divided into 4 more efficiency levels. IE1 is standard efficiency as shown in the graph, IE2 high efficiency, IE3 premium efficiency, and IE4 is super premium efficiency. These IE codes allow governments to specify the efficiency level for their minimum energy performance standard, that is MEPS. Countries that are using these efficient motors, the European Union set motor MEPS level. That is European Union uses IE3 motor, that is IE3 is premium efficiency motor. In combination, and they are also use IE2 also. Then in USA they uses IE2, and then in after 2007 they starts using IE3, that is NEMA premium efficiency motors. Then in Australia and New Zealand they use IE2 in 2000, and in China they decided in 2002 to use IE1, 2 and IE3 is in Japan they use JIS with IEC efficiency, that is their Japanese international standard in collaboration with IEC efficiency. They use IE2 and IE3 level motors, and in India we use IE2 level motor, which is IE2 means high efficiency motors. Then what is ecological footprint is ecological footprint consists of part of ecological footprint are forest products, carbon footprint, cropland, pasture, built up lands, and fisheries. So all total of this ecological footprint, the carbon footprint consumes of 54% of area. So it is more important to concentrate on carbon footprints. So what is carbon footprints? A carbon footprint measures the total greenhouse gas emission caused directly and indirectly by a person, organization, event, or a product. So carbon footprint quantification, analysis, and reduction are key to preventing the change by, for example, enhancing energy efficiency, mitigating carbon emission by means of green energy, and then compensating for remaining greenhouse gas emission by investing in carbon offsets with a final goal of being carbon neutral. The carbon footprint is the fastest growing part of humanity overall ecological footprint. It accounts 54% of overall ecological footprint, as we have seen in previous slide. So how this carbon CO2 is calculated? So first step is to calculate the kilowatt hour of your appliances. So it is calculated by hours, days, watt divided by 1000, that is kilowatt hour. Then next step is multiply the kilowatt hour by the emission factor of your state. So what is emission factor? So this emission factor is decide according to our carbon emissions in that respective state or in that respective country. So as uh, uh, as per this table, our Maharashtra state carbon emission factor is 0.88. So uh, in second step, multiplying the kilowatt hours in by emission factor, we get greenhouse gas uh, production. Okay, for example, electrical motor with 500 watt used at the industry every day for 8 hours, then the total kilowatt hour power is 1460 kilowatt, and for Maharashtra emission factor is 0.88 according to the study. So we can multiply that kilowatt power with that emission factor and we get 1284.8 kg of CO2 emission. Okay, so as we know that this CO2 emission is directly related to the power consumption by that motor, and as we have seen in previous video that the power is directly efficiency is directly related to power. So if we use energy efficient motors, then the power consumption will be reduced, and ultimately the CO2 production, that is CO2 carbon footprint of that uh, motor will also reduce. What carbon footprint and LCA? What is LCA? LCA is a life cycle assessment. It is an internationally standardized method, that is ISO 41040 and ISO 14044 for the evaluation of environmental burdens and resources consumed along the life cycle of products, from the extraction of raw material, the manufacturing of goods, their use by consumers, or the provision of service, recycling, energy recovery, and ultimate disposal. So this is LCA. Sustainability computation. This is the application where I have calculated the carbon footprint by entering different values of means for the same motor, by entering different values of efficiency. Here 80% efficiency I have entered, and then I have got the value for the is very less, means total value for money, and then in here you can see the graph. Then next, factor necessary to access the environmental sustainability of electric motors. The electric motor make up 40% of total electricity consumption worldwide, or 70% of industrial electricity consumption, as we have know from the first video. If manufacturer do not improve the energy efficiency of their motor, the electricity consumption by e-motor will double by the year 2030, because more and more electric motors will be manufactured, sold, and used. So this growth has and will continue to have huge impact on the environment. So if users are not demanding carbon free solutions, the highest efficiency and the lowest cost face a new challenge. Currently manufacturers only pay directly for energy. However they will uh, however they will change. Without a doubt, in the near future carbon will be taxed. But already today, large companies are making commitment to become carbon free businesses in the near future, often as early as 2030. That means they will need carbon footprint information for the products they sell. The carbon footprint information allows their consumers to know how much CO2 is produced and how much CO2 is avoided. It tells them how much green, that is carbon free energy they need, and finally it indicates how much the remaining emissions have to be offset in order to company to become carbon neutral and ultimately maintain sustainability. These are the references which I have referred to make this presentation. Thank you so much.